Hi guys, today I will show you how to install Linux RHEL 8 on your Windows PC through Oracle VM VirtualBox and how to configure Linux Red Hat RHEL 8 OS in VirtualBox. So see this video, let's start. I would like to install RHEL 8 operating system. So now I am going to create an instance for my server. Click on machine, then hit on new. Type the name of your instance. I am typing here RHEL. See, type is automatically taken from the list. You can also manually select your type from this list. See, version is automatically taken from the list Red Hat 64-bit because my processor is 64-bit, that's why it is taken automatically. Now hit on next. Here it asking for allocate RAM size for my virtual machine. I am going to give 4 GB of RAM because I have 16 GB of RAM. So I want to give 4 GB of RAM for my virtual instance. Next, here I have to choose the hard disk type for my virtual PC. I am choosing virtual hard disk VHD. Then next, storage on physical hard disk, leave it as it is. Next, here I want to give allocation and size for my hard disk 100 GB. Hit on create. See, my RHEL instance is created. Now I have to change some settings to configure my Red Hat server. Hit on settings under general dialog box, select advanced tab, then share clipboard, choose bidirectional, drag and drop, choose bidirectional. No need to give description, no need to enable this encryption, leave it as it is. Now I am going to system dialog box. Base memory already I have given previous 4 GB. No need to do any changes here. Click on processor tab. I am giving 5 core CPU for my Linux instance because I have 8 core processor. Now go to display dialog box. I am giving video memory 128 MB. You can select the memory as per your graphics card. Other tabs leave as it is. Go to storage dialog box. Here you have to select your optical drive media. Choose the Linux ISO file. It is in my D drive. If you don't have the RHEL 8 64-bit DVD.iso file, I have given the link to my description box. Now go to network dialog box and I am selecting bridged adapter here and all the other stuff leave it as it is. Hit on OK. Hit on start. Hit on start again. I am scaling out the view window because you can see it properly. Choose the first item and hit enter. Now my installation process is starting. This is the pre-checking phase. Here it is asking you which language you want to use during your whole installation process. I am selecting English, then hit on continue. Now you have to configure all this stuff. Keyboard layout and keyboard language, leave it as it is. Done. Installation source, leave it as default option, auto detected installation media. Okay, because previous I have already selected the media from my D drive. Installation destination, actually where you want to install your operating system. I will configure storage configuration automatically. If you know how to configure storage like root, boot, swap partition, then you can go for custom type. Now software selection, I am going to install a Linux server with graphics user interface mode. You can also configure your server like server minimal installation, workstation, custom operation. I want to install my server, a server with graphics user interface. Okay. And at the time of installation, I want to install some service and some package. All this stuff I have selected as per my requirement. You can select the package as per your requirement. Now hit on done. Time and date selection. I am from Kolkata, so I am selecting region Asia, Kolkata. You have to select as per your time zone. If you have NTP server, then you can enable network time. In my case, I don't have NTP server, so I am choosing IST time. Done. Now go to network and hostname selection tab. I am enabling my network device here. See my IP address, default router, DNS, all this stuff is taken from DHCP server. You can also configure your IP address, default router, DNS, all this stuff manually. If you want to configure your network devices manually, then hit on configure tab. And here you have to choose the protocol type. If you want to setting your device as IPv4, then you have to choose IPv4 setting. Otherwise you can configure it IPv6 version also. To configure internet protocol version 4 setting, you have to choose your method from automatic DHCP to manual. But in my case, I am ensuring my network device to obtain IP address from DHCP. Hit on done. From system purpose, you can choose your server role, server service level, type, and usage. I am choosing the role Red Hat Enterprise Linux server, and rest of the stuff I am not choosing. You can choose as per your requirement. Hit on done. Hit on begin installation process. You have to give your root password. This is the super user password, and I am giving my root password. Now I want to create a standard user here also, and I am giving my standard username and password here. And confirm it by clicking done. For installation, the whole process, it will take some time, maybe 20 to 27 minutes. But it is totally depends on your RAM size, processor speed, bus speed, all these things. I am pausing my video here. When the installation process will complete, then I will come back. Okay. My whole installation process is completed. It is asking for reboot the PC. I am going to reboot it. Before reboot, I have to remove the installation media. Otherwise, after reboot, the whole installation process will start from beginning, because at installation time, I have selected my media as auto direction. For remove installation media, I have to power off my virtual instance first. To power off the instance, right click on the instance created, go to close, then hit on power off icon. Now I can remove the installation media. For the click on settings, click on storage, right click on the RHEL ISO media, click on remove attachment. Now my installation media is removed permanently. Hit on OK. Then click on start to start the instance again. Now rest of the process is starting. Basically I have to accept the license agreement and I have to do some basic settings here. To access license agreement, hit on license information, then accept the license agreement, hit on done. Let me finish the configuration. My whole installation and configuration is done. Let me log into my standard account. It is the welcome message. Just do next, 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 and start your dream. My screen size is not properly optimized. Yes. Let me scaling it 195%. Let's check the installed Red Hat Linux operating system is working or not. Yes, it is working properly. Now let me shut down the virtual operating system. Command is systemctl power off. I hope this video will help you a lot, and this is the end of this chapter 1. From the next video I will start chapter 2, that is accessing the command line, and from that chapter you will learn a lot of commands of Linux. And guys, an important announcement: if you want to learn Linux automation through Ansible, then please don't forget to comment me in the comment box. If I see many of my friends will agree to learn Ansible automation, then I will start Linux Ansible automation tutorial side by side. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. So stay tuned for more video, and press subscribe and bell icon to get continuous update. Thank you.